Want to speak English with confidence and fluency? You're in the right place. Stay with us until the end for powerful tips. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's build your real English skills.
I'm your host, Emily, and I'm absolutely delighted to be spending this time with you all today.
Hi there, everyone. It's Paul here, and I'm equally excited to be back and chatting with our wonderful listeners. We truly appreciate you tuning in.
Today, we're tackling a topic that's at the heart of every English learner's journey: fluency. What does it really mean to become fluent in English? And what's the real truth behind achieving that goal? Our episode today is titled From Zero to Fluent: The Truth About Becoming Fluent in English.
That's right, Emily. The idea of fluency can sometimes feel like this distant, almost mythical place. People have different ideas about what it means, and the path to get there can seem unclear. We're here to demystify fluency and offer some honest insights into what it truly takes to move from the very beginning stages to a comfortable and confident command of the English language.
Exactly. We'll be exploring what fluency actually entails, debunking some common misconceptions about it, and sharing some practical truths that will hopefully guide and encourage you on your own path to becoming fluent in English.
So, whether you're just starting your English learning adventure at zero, or you're further along the road and aiming for that next level of fluency, we hope this episode will offer some valuable perspectives and actionable advice.
Paul, let's start with the big question. What does it really mean to be fluent in English? I think the definition can vary from person to person.
That's so true, Emily. For some people, fluency might mean being able to have a simple conversation without too much hesitation. For others, it might mean being able to discuss complex topics with ease and nuance, almost like a native speaker.
I think a good working definition of fluency is the ability to communicate your thoughts, ideas, and feelings effectively and comfortably in English, both in spoken and written form. It's about being able to participate actively in conversations, understand different viewpoints, and express yourself clearly without constantly struggling for words or feeling overly self-conscious.
I agree. It's not necessarily about knowing every single word in the English language or having perfect grammar all the time. Even native speakers make occasional grammatical errors or might not know every obscure word. Fluency is more about the overall ease and effectiveness of your communication.
And I think confidence plays a huge role in perceived fluency as well. Someone who can communicate effectively but lacks confidence might not feel fluent, while someone who speaks more readily, even with some errors, might feel more fluent.
Now let's touch upon a common misconception: the idea that fluency happens overnight or through some magical shortcut. Emily, what's the truth about the timeline of becoming fluent?
Oh, Paul, if only there were a magic button for fluency. The truth is, becoming truly fluent in English takes time, dedication, and consistent effort. There's no quick fix or secret formula that will get you there in a few weeks or months.
Exactly. The timeline for achieving fluency varies greatly depending on several factors, such as your native language, the amount of time and effort you dedicate to studying and practicing, your learning style, and your motivation.
It's important to be patient with yourself and to celebrate the progress you make along the way, no matter how small it might seem. Language learning is a journey, and it's a marathon, not a sprint, as we often say.
Setting realistic goals and understanding that fluency is a gradual process can help you stay motivated and avoid discouragement. Focus on consistent daily or weekly practice rather than expecting rapid results.
Another aspect of the truth about fluency is the importance of active practice in all four skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Paul, why is it so crucial to work on all of these areas?
That's a great question, Emily. Think of these four skills as interconnected pillars that support your overall language ability. If one pillar is weak, it can affect the others. For example, improving your listening comprehension will naturally enhance your speaking skills, as you'll become more familiar with natural rhythms and intonation.
And reading exposes you to new vocabulary and grammatical structures in context, which can then improve your writing and even your speaking. Writing helps you solidify your understanding of grammar and vocabulary and allows you to express your thoughts in a more structured way.
It's really a synergistic relationship. When you actively practice all four skills, you create a well-rounded foundation that accelerates your progress towards fluency. Neglecting any one area can create imbalances in your language abilities.
So, the truth is, becoming fluent involves actively engaging with English in a variety of ways, not just focusing on one skill in isolation. Make sure you're incorporating listening, speaking, reading, and writing into your learning routine.
Let's talk about another crucial aspect of the truth about fluency: the importance of making mistakes. Emily, what's the real role of errors in the journey to becoming fluent?
Oh, mistakes. They are such a fundamental part of learning anything new, and language learning is no exception. The truth is, you cannot become fluent in English without making mistakes along the way. In fact, mistakes are often the most valuable learning opportunities.
Absolutely. When you make a mistake, it highlights an area where your understanding might be incomplete or incorrect. By identifying and correcting these errors, you deepen your knowledge and improve your accuracy over time.
The fear of making mistakes can be incredibly paralyzing for many learners. It can prevent them from speaking or writing, which ultimately hinders their progress towards fluency. It's so important to shift your perspective and view mistakes not as failures, but as stepping stones to improvement.
Think of it like this: every mistake you make and learn from brings you one step closer to fluency. It's a natural and necessary part of the process. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and practice, even if you're not completely sure you're saying or writing everything perfectly.
Embrace the errors, analyze them, and learn from them. That's the truth about how you actually improve and move closer to fluency.
Another truth about becoming fluent in English is the significance of consistent practice and immersion. Emily, can you elaborate on why these are so vital?
Consistency is absolutely key, Paul. Think of it like exercising a muscle. You need to work it regularly to make it stronger. The same applies to your English skills. Even short, regular practice sessions are far more effective in the long run than sporadic, long study periods.
That's right. Little and often is the mantra here. Aim to incorporate English into your daily routine in some way, even if it's just for 15 to 30 minutes. This could involve listening to a podcast while you commute, reading a news article during your lunch break, or practicing a few new phrases before bed.
And immersion, even if you're not living in an English-speaking country, is incredibly beneficial. Surround yourself with the language as much as possible. Change your phone language to English. Watch English movies and TV shows, perhaps with subtitles at first, then without. listen to English music, and try to find opportunities to speak with English speakers.
Creating your own English-speaking environment helps you to think in English more naturally and exposes you to the language in authentic contexts, which is crucial for developing fluency.
Paul, what about the role of motivation and enjoyment in the journey to fluency? Is it just about hard work, or does having fun play a part?
Oh, enjoyment is absolutely essential, Emily. Learning a language should be an engaging and rewarding experience. If you're not enjoying the process, it's much harder to stay motivated and consistent.
I completely agree. Find ways to learn English that you genuinely enjoy. If you love movies, watch them in English. If you're passionate about music, listen to English songs and try to understand the lyrics. If you enjoy reading, find English books or articles on topics that interest you.
When you're learning English through activities you find enjoyable, it doesn't feel like a chore. You're more likely to stay engaged, learn more effectively, and stick with it in the long run.
So, the truth about becoming fluent is that it's not just about grammar rules and vocabulary lists. It's also about finding ways to connect with the language on a personal level and making the learning process enjoyable and sustainable.
Finally, Emily, what would you say is the most important truth about becoming fluent in English that you want our listeners to take away today?
I think the most important truth is that anyone can become fluent in English with consistent effort, the right strategies, and a belief in their own ability to learn. It's not about innate talent or magical shortcuts. It's about embracing the journey, learning from your mistakes, and actively engaging with the language in meaningful ways.
I couldn't agree more. Fluency is an achievable goal for everyone. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. But the rewards of being able to communicate effectively in English are immense, opening up new opportunities and connections in all areas of your life.
So keep learning, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. The truth about becoming fluent in English is that it's within your reach. Thank you so much for joining us today.
We're so glad you stayed with us. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and get ready for our next videos. See you in the next lesson.